Hello, my lovelies. And again, thank you so much for joining and hopefully subscribing to my channel. If you guys don't know me, I am Shelly. I am a flight attendant for a major US airline. I'm also a coach and I'm here to help you with the resume needs, especially if you are a future applicant for any upcoming airlines that you may be interested in and want to become a flight attendant or a pilot. And also if you want to climb the corporate ladder, I am here to help you with your resume needs as well as your coaching needs, because obviously you'll need to understand what they are expecting of you, what kind of questions are going to be asking. I can help you with that. We can do some Q&A. We're going to do some practices. I'm going to go over some popular questions and I'm going to tell you exactly what they are expecting from you. Now, make sure to book a session with me at flywithshelly.com. I'll have more information down below in the description box. Click on that link, find your booking session, whatever it is that you are wanting. We could do a live one-on-one like you're seeing me now, or we can do it over the phone if you're more comfortable. But again, you've come to the right place if you guys want to move from wherever you are now working and following your heart and achieving your goal of becoming a flight attendant or a pilot. Now, with that said, you guys, I guess who's hiring? Alaska. Alaska is our winning airline today. So they have just opened their doors to all the applicants interested in working for Alaska Airlines a flight attendant. And I'm going to go over some of the prerequisites and what you are needing in order to be a successful flight attendant and move forward with the application process. So make sure that you have all that before you do apply. So let's get started. So first things first, you need to be 21 years of age, you guys. Very important, okay? Can't be 19, you can't be 20. Make sure that the time that you apply, you are 21. So you also have a high school diploma or the equivalent, usually is a GED. So make sure you have that in your arsenal. Also, make sure that you have a valid passport. That is for every airline, you guys. I did talk about that in my last video regarding Southwest Airline, but most airlines, actually all airlines, need you to have a valid passport, not something that's expiring next week, something that is expiring obviously within 5 to 10 years. This is what they're looking at now. But definitely have your passport not expiring soon, because if it is, make sure that you renew it because they're going to look at that. All right. So again, non-expired passport. And you must be able to speak English freely, okay? Very important. Most airlines now underline that. I guess they've had issues in the past, and when they get on the intercom, we can't understand them. They have a hard time in training. So it's really important that you guys understand the English language. They want you to be able to speak it, read it, and write it. Very important. And that is stated on their website under applicants requirements. So I'm just reading it off their website. Someone that can speak, read it, write it, and speak fluently English, okay? So they really underline that, so make sure that you do. Also, you must be able to pass a background check and a drug test. They will test you once you do send your application in. Once you do that, those are the tests that they will be testing you on. Now, if you don't pass your drug test, then you obviously cannot move forward, okay? That's an obvious. Now, if you meet all of those criteria before even applying or sending your resume, you must complete an online application, you guys, okay? I will leave the link down below where you're gonna apply. And then they're gonna ask you to attend and one-on-one, they call it the in-person interview. Once you're successful with that and you got your CJO, then you will be able to attend a training. What are they looking for in order for you to be a flight attendant for Alaska? What is it that you need? Able to reach 80 inches vertically. Okay, so they may test you on that. So make sure that you're tall enough so that you can reach the bin is what they're really fishing for. Next, almost 5 feet and 2 inches in height. Now, will they check that? I don't know. All right, they may not. Just make sure you understand that if you're below that and they test you and, they send you all the way to the interview to go and get interviewed, and then they check your height and you're not 5'2", they want you to be able to reach 80 inches vertically. So make sure that you check that before you do go to your interview. Minimum of 2 years in customer service or community service, whichever one it is, or both. You have to also have permission to freely be able to travel within Canada, Mexico, and come in and out of the United States. So if you are someone applying from another country, make sure that you don't have any restrictions. Sometimes arrests can show up and can stop you from, traveling through these borders. So make sure that you are free and clear from that. And that's really important because they do fly internationally. So Alaska looks at that very carefully. You must be able to pass a swimming exam. So they are going to test you. Now, in my experience, they do some kind of floater device on you and ask you to swim. I have never really done it for this airline, but I have heard that want you to obviously pass. They're not going to throw you in the waters without any floaters, but that would be one of the exam. Okay. They do that with every airline. They want to make sure that you're comfortable in water in case there is a water evacuation and you are in charge of rescuing and helping. And so they want to make sure you're comfortable in water. Okay. So they don't have to rescue you. You are helping rescue them. Okay. If you understand. Also, they want you to pass the airline training. All right. It consists of a few weeks, but we'll get into that. But they want you to pass that in order for you to move forward. They also want you to be a candidate. And the way they put it is to represent the brand. Okay. So they want your image to be A-okay. All right. Make sure that you are up to par. You are clean cut. You are the image of the company. So they want to make sure that you represent them in a positive light, that you live up to the company's principles. They also say with pride and integrity. And that's with every airline. That goes without saying. It's really important that you have those qualities because you want to maintain a positive image and you are the reflection of the airline. So always be, at your best behavior. You have to act with integrity. They are always watching you. So make sure that you present yourself, like I said, in a positive light. You must be enthusiastic about traveling. Really important. This is going to be your lifestyle. You're going to be paid to travel, you're going to be paid to sleep, and you're going to be paid to eat. It's one of the greatest jobs. But again, you must be enthusiastic about traveling, because if traveling is not your thing, then this is definitely not the job for you. So need to be dealing with crazy schedule. That goes without saying. If you're a flight attendant, you do have crazy schedule. You can be flying red eyes constantly at the beginning because your schedule will not be as flexible at the beginning. So it takes a year to two for any airline or any flight attendants when they do get started to be flexible enough to be able to drop some trips, trade some trips, have more time for yourself. So it takes time. At the beginning, you're at the mercy of the airline because you're at the bottom, and they use you for everything, right? So you don't get to enjoy the holidays, you don't get to enjoy the weekends, and that's okay. So take that beating at the beginning because within a year or two, it just starts getting better and better. So it's okay. Just get tortures. It's fine. Now let's talk about the application process. I'm sure you guys are wondering, how does that work? What do I have to do? I'm nervous. This is all new to me. For some of you, I've probably done it before, weren't approved, and now I, waited that 6 months to a year period and are ready to apply again. So let me go through that process with you. So first, make sure that you have all the prerequisites. Once you have checked all those boxes now, you can go on the website. I will put the link down below. Just if you want to know, it's careers.alaskaair.com/career-opportunities/flight attendants. All right. And I'll have the link down below for you. Step 2, Alaska Airlines Human Resources Department will evaluate your resume. Evaluate and review it and kind of decide if you are going to go and move forward with the application process or not. Once your application is accepted, you will be invited for an interview a day. So that's exciting. Step number 3. The interviews consist of a number of high energy activities, such as group exercise, one-on-one interviews, and orientation. So what they're going to look at is your personality. So they're going to do a lot of one-on-one or group settings and ask a question, see how you interact, who stands out, who is too overbearing, who is too quiet, and they're taking down notes as you're doing all these activities. And it's very important that you're on your A game, you guys. Make sure you have a good breakfast that morning because it is taxing. You are up all day, they're testing you, they're pushing you to the limits to see if you're gonna stand out from others. Now, you don't wanna stand out too much and do too much of a huge impression because then you're like overbearing and they don't want that. So you gotta kind of tone it down right in the middle. Now, if you're hiring me again at flywithshelly.com and you just get a session with me, I'll go over exactly what they're expecting and how to behave, what to say, what not to say, and how to just behave the way that they are wanting you to. It consists of high energy activities, you guys. Really important to remember that. There's going to be group exercises. You're going to have one-on-one interviews. You're going to have, and then you're going to have an orientation. All right. It's a little bit different from other airlines. All right. Because you're going to be participating in a bunch of virtual interviews. Okay. And you might be going from one interview to another interviewer. But this is their way of kind of testing you, marking you, and kind of evaluating you along the way. Step number 4, when you are finished all the assessment, if you pass all of the exam, you'll be hired on the spot. Okay, they'll let you know right off the bat once you're done. Step number 5, if you're chosen, which gosh, I am praying for you guys. If you are chosen to attend a Flight Alaska training, Horizon Air and Alaska Airlines are going to give you guys a tuition-free training. It's going to last about 4 to 6 weeks. Now, obviously, it's going to involve, extinguishing a fire, saving lives, overcoming adversity. You're going to do a lot of hands-on, you guys, to get the practice that you need to be an excellent flight attendant. Now, let's talk about salary, you guys. Definitely salary and benefits. Let's dive in. So it all depends on your experience. As you increase and as your years go by, you get a small increase, and that is the same for any or every airline. So guys, flight attendant with Alaska Airline and with Horizon Air, they do start at $25 per hour. So you can potentially earn a little bit more depending on your experience, obviously, and your performance. So Alaska Airlines started approximately in 2019, where they started giving out bonuses, you guys. Given so far $120 million in bonuses to all of their employees. Bonus received was about 6.5% of their entire 2018 compensation. So that's pretty good when you think about it, because you guys are getting a percentage off of their profit accrued. So aside from these standard wages, Alaska Airlines provides the following, you guys. So if you want to mark that down, you're going to get your yearly bonus, you're going to get your monthly bonus, you're going to get a performance bonus. Wow. You're going to get your health insurance, your vision insurance, your dental insurance, and your retirement plan, just so you know. Paid time off as well. So you're going to get paid for paid time off, which is great. All right, you guys, training is very intense, okay? Don't expect it to be easy breezy. It's going to be very hard, like every training is, because it's all compacted in a few weeks. They want you to learn so much in such a short period of time. So expect to be at your best, all right? Eat well, sleep well, study well, give it your best. It's only a few weeks for the rest of your life, so it's so worth it. Now, I've heard that a lot of flight attendants now come back of training and they're like, there's no more lengthy vocabulary words that you need to memorize. It's more hands-on and practice. They call it more of a like physical activity test, is what, maybe opening doors, closing doors, slides, whatnot. It's more physical than anything else. So make sure you're in good shape and you guys aren't petrified of doing things. Like sliding, you're going to be swimming. It's going to be pretty active, more than other airlines where there's a lot more tests. Okay, so that's the good part. You guys asking and wondering, where is training? You guys, their headquarters is in Seattle, Washington, and that's where your training will be. So they will send you there and expect to be gone from home between 4 and 6 weeks during that training period. As far as tattoos, you guys, no visible tattoos. If you do have them, please have them hidden. Make sure that they're not visible when in uniform. Okay, so when you're in uniform, hide them. Very important. They're very strict about tattoos, so just remember that. Alaska Airline flight attendants get paid. Well, they earn about $40,628 as a start salary per year. Okay, this is like an earning or an approximate earning, you guys. You can do less, you can do more depending on your hours, which is about 22% higher than national average. So that kind of gives you an idea. It's a good pay, don't get me wrong. They get paid really well. And then again, it all depends on your bonuses, the years of experience. You get to fly for free. Yes, of course. Those are the perks, you guys, and the benefits that we do enjoy as flight attendants. And now you and your partner will get to fly on standby on most major US airline, as well as your parents and your qualifying dependents will be able to enjoy, unlimited free standbys, travel on Alaska and Horizon, which is so exciting. So what is it like to work for Alaska Airline, you guys? Well, they do fly over 115 destination worldwide, which is incredible. They are a very prominent airline in the United States. It's a very large corporation and everybody loves Alaska. I mean, you can spot them miles away, with their tail and whatnot. Everybody knows Alaska, and everybody I talk to love flying Alaska. All right, guys, so we know where the training is, right? We know it's Seattle, Washington. Now let's talk about their bases. So if you are wanting to work for them, you kind of have to know, which base are they going to send me to? You don't always get the base of your choice. It also depends on experience. Even though I don't work for them, that's what major U.S. airlines, this is how they work. As you climb the ladder, and you get more experience and you get more senior, then you're closer to getting your base, but they don't always send you where you want. So where are they? So they obviously, Seattle is one of them. Spokane is another. Boise is another one. Medford is another one. Portland. I see Anchorage. I also see San Francisco. They also have another base in Los Angeles and San Diego. The ones that are Horizon would be Medford, Spokane, Portland, Seattle, and Boise. So I hope that this was useful, you guys. So you know what to expect, you know how to prepare, you know how to have all your documentation. Again, let me help you with your resume, you guys. Just hire me if you need it, like today. You can do a speedy, make sure you click the express service and I can have your resume right away. If you're not in a hurry, then that's okay too. I can help you for any other airline. Again, I could do one airline at a time, but make sure that you go to my website, flywithshelly.com, book a session with me, especially if you're getting ready to be interviewed. I can help you to make sure that you get that job. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much. I would be so grateful if you can just click the button, the subscribe button right there, click the notification bell, follow me for more, and make sure you get notified whenever they open up again. So love you guys. Thank you so much for following me. Bye and have a great day and good luck.